So as you see with this many light stands, it can get pretty crazy. Imagine doing this every single time you upload. It's not very efficient, it takes a lot of time. Yeah, there's definitely room for improvement here. To make quality videos on a consistent basis, you really gotta put in the effort to make a good quality video. And I've been making my videos here in this space for about a year now and has definitely evolved. And I wanna show you my most current update and how I will grow with that setup. This is really important when you are trying to create good content, is having a system that works seamlessly, doesn't get in the way, that way you can focus on the content and make it quality. I think I got the quality down part. I have good lighting, good audio, but because I am in a small space, I have to constantly disassemble all my camera gear and set it up each time I want to film a video, which eats into time and just even energy when making a YouTube video, which the more steps you have to take to make a video can kind of affect how many videos you make. So it is important to make sure you have a streamlined process. So let's take a tour through my studio and see how I make a video as of today. Let's look at this camera rig. My new camera of choice for when filming YouTube videos is the Canon 70D. And why on earth would I downgrade from a GH5 to the Canon 70D? One word: autofocus. Autofocus makes things like filming YouTube videos a lot more easy. I can put my hand up, show a product, and go back down. And also, I don't have to make sure I stay in focus because this does an extremely well job. As you can see, we have the Tokina 11 to 16 millimeter and about 13 millimeters, providing a really cool wide angle perspective, also letting in quite a bit of light. As you can see here, we have a microphone plugged in, and this is a Rode Video Micro, which picks up the audio for my videos. Previously, I would actually use the Deity S Mic 2, which I have right back here, and that would pick up my audio extremely well, and I still think that's a higher quality microphone, but the Canon 70D does not have XLRs, so I'm using the only mic I can use at the moment, and it sounds good enough, as I hope you agree. But what is this whole combobulation right here? Cale Pike from DSLR Video Shooter recently showed a single YouTube studio on a single stand. I was very intrigued when I stumbled upon this. Filming a YouTube video takes a lot of effort, and if I can have something that can roll away when I don't need it, and bring it out when I do, can save a lot of time, save a lot of energy, so it was well worth it. Here we have a ball head which the camera sits on, and then a little arm just to attach to this rolling stand, and let's go take a look at that. So we can roll this any which way we want. We could film a new perspective. With that, the microphone and the light stays in the same position. So here we have a Cardellini, which is attached to a grip head, and a mic stand, which has the Rode microphone on that end. So this can be positioned any which way you want. You can get out of the way or reach out further if you are further away. Over here we have my cheap $30 softbox. So this has been key for my YouTube channel. Probably the cheapest thing I've bought, but it works extremely well. And that provides a nice soft light at a 45-degree angle, which always looks really good. Come along here, that attaches with a grip head along on this grip arm. And so if you want to adjust this, you can. Let me show you. Now let's say you want to move the position of this light. You just unloosen that and you can put it all the way up here for a top angle. Within less than 10 seconds, that is crazy. Saves a lot of time, and you only have it take up a space of this C-stand here. In the back, I have a couple of different lights I'm still playing out with. My famous one is the RGB light I like to throw on the background of my videos. This one's by Andy Cine. There's a review for it up in this corner. So I just play around with the colors, have that there on the table. Over here is a little Viltrox light that's a pancake light. I like how this can appear in the video because it's a nice circle light. Actually provides some backlight that would show up on me. So this rig is pretty sweet, and I really like how you can roll it around. It's quite affordable for the whole thing when you really think about it, especially how many videos I do. I need to do something quickly. All right, so that is this studio here, but let me show you what I was doing prior to this video, how I would set up for a video. So let's wheel this on over. So when it comes time for me to film a YouTube video, the first thing we have to do is set up our camera. And to do that, let's set up the tripod. Usually here, if I'm going to film at the table, we're going to set it up just right here. I like it at a low angle, that way I can get a broad perspective. So there we go, we have our setup. So you have to bring out a separate stand for just the light. This would sit somewhere over here. And just imagine this softbox would be on this stand, pointing in the same direction. Next we'll need to get audio, so I would typically set this, really depends on where I'd want it, but I have a separate stand for the boom microphone, and you place it like so, and make sure that it doesn't enter the frame. And then usually I would have a lot of different stuff on this table, so I need to make sure I clear that out of the way. I wheel my chair over, turn on those lights, get all the settings right, and then film the video. For those times I do 2 camera angles when I'm doing unboxings and I have the top angle, I actually take this tripod, put it on its top legs just like so, extend this all the way up, and this kind of just leans up against the chair, kind of precariously, and tilt that down for a top angle view right here. Then I have a smaller tripod I can put right underneath here. So as you see with this many light stands, it can get pretty crazy. Imagine doing this every single time you upload. It's not very efficient, it takes a lot of time. Yeah, there's definitely room for improvement here. Enter the video editing workspace. So now I can finally show you guys how I edit a video with less effort. So I think this is important for all video YouTube content creators, because think about how you can ease your workflow. Yeah, the Canon 70D is not as crispy as the GH5, but I'm assuming you're probably watching this on a phone and you could probably not tell a difference, because I compared the footage, it's really hard to tell. And for the ease I can get with this workflow, it makes it all worthwhile. Yeah, it has its limitations, but overall, it really makes a video helpful. If you're interested in building your own, make sure you check out DSLR Video Shooter's video. There'll be a link in the description below. Great video, see if it's worth it for you, and I'll see you next time.